Today we are going to learn about the cardiovascular system. This system is very important for keeping us alive and healthy. It is the part of the body that moves blood to all the organs and tissues. Through this blood, oxygen, nutrients, hormones and waste products are carried to where they need to go. The main organ in this system is the heart, and it works together with blood and blood vessels to keep the body working properly. The heart is a strong muscle located in the center of the chest, slightly towards the left side. It is about the size of a closed fist. The heart has 4 parts called chambers. The upper 2 are called atria, and the lower 2 are called ventricles. The right atrium and right ventricle handle blood that comes back from the body and needs to go to the lungs. The left atrium and left ventricle handle the oxygen-rich blood that comes from the lungs and send it to the rest of the body. Now let's talk about the path blood follows in the heart. Blood that has used up its oxygen comes back from the body through large veins called the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. This blood enters the right atrium. From there, it goes through a valve into the right ventricle. Then, the right ventricle pumps this blood through another valve into the pulmonary artery, which takes the blood to the lungs. In the lungs, the blood picks up fresh oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. The oxygen-rich blood then comes back to the heart through the pulmonary veins and enters the left atrium. It then flows into the left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps this blood into the aorta, which is the biggest artery in the body. From there, the oxygenated blood travels to all parts of the body. The heart has special tissues in its walls that help it contract and pump blood. These walls have 3 layers. The outer layer is called the epicardium, which protects the heart. The middle layer is the myocardium, which is made of muscle and helps the heart to pump. The inner layer is the endocardium, which lines the chambers and keeps the blood flowing smoothly inside the heart. The heart has its own electrical system. This system controls the heartbeat. It starts in a place called the sinoatrial node, or SA node, which is located in the right atrium. This node sends out an electrical signal that makes the atria contract. The signal then reaches the atrioventricular node, or AV node, where it slows down a little. This delay allows the ventricles to fill with blood. After that, the signal travels down special fibers called the bundle of His and Purkinje fibers, which cause the ventricles to contract and push blood out of the heart. The blood vessels are the tubes that carry blood throughout the body. There are 3 main types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. Most arteries carry oxygen-rich blood. The main exception is the pulmonary artery, which carries oxygen-poor blood from the heart to the lungs. Arteries have thick, strong walls because they need to handle high pressure when the heart pumps. Veins carry blood back to the heart. Most veins carry oxygen-poor blood, except for the pulmonary veins, which bring oxygen-rich blood from the lungs to the heart. Veins have thinner walls and often have valves to keep the blood from flowing backward. Capillaries are very small blood vessels. They connect arteries and veins and are the place where the actual exchange of gases, nutrients, and waste takes place between the blood and the body's cells. Blood pressure is the force of blood pushing against the walls of the arteries. It is very important for moving blood through the body. So, blood pressure, it's influenced by a few things. How strong the heart pumps, how wide or narrow those blood vessels are, and you know just how much blood is in the system. The brain plays a big role too, sending signals through the nerves to help control blood pressure. And there are these sensors in the body called baroreceptors. They detect if the blood pressure is too high or too low. When that happens, they send messages to the brain, which then makes changes to bring the pressure back to normal. The cardiovascular system, it's pretty amazing because it also helps control body temperature. When the body gets too hot, the blood vessels in the skin, they get wider to release heat. But when it's cold, those vessels get narrower to keep the heat inside. And let's not forget, the blood plays a protective role too. It carries white blood cells that fight germs and help prevent infections. Plus, blood contains platelets and proteins that help in blood clotting, which is super important to stop bleeding when we get a cut or injury. Our body is constantly adjusting how the cardiovascular system works. Like when we exercise, the heart beats faster and pumps more blood to supply oxygen to the muscles. But when we rest, the heart slows down to save energy. Hormones like adrenaline, they can make the heart beat faster and stronger during times of stress or danger. And other hormones, such as aldosterone and antidiuretic hormone, they help control how much water and salt the body keeps or removes. These changes, they help regulate blood pressure and fluid balance. As we get older, the cardiovascular system can become less efficient. The arteries may become harder and less flexible, which can lead to high blood pressure. Fatty deposits can build up inside the blood vessels, a condition called atherosclerosis. These changes can increase the risk of heart problems like heart attacks or heart failure. That's why taking care of our heart is so important. Eating healthy food, staying active, avoiding smoking, and managing stress can help keep the heart and blood vessels strong. The cardiovascular system starts working very early in life. In fact, the heart begins to beat just 3 weeks after a baby is formed in the womb. This shows how important the system is for life. It is one of the first systems to develop because it is needed to deliver nutrients and oxygen to the growing baby. In summary, the cardiovascular system is made up of the heart, blood, and blood vessels. It keeps all parts of the body alive by transporting oxygen, nutrients, and removing waste. It also helps with body temperature, protects the body from infection, and adjusts to different situations like rest and exercise. Understanding this system helps us know how our body works and how we can take better care of our health.